Like, I like talking about fighting. Sometimes people be needing pick up your hands with on the spring. And I love boxing. It's one of my favorite sports. She said, you ain't have a fight in recent times. You really not ready for this work. She said, it's natural. She don't.
The ongoing drama between Remy Ma, Papoose, and Claressa Shields continues to unfold in unexpected and surprising ways. Despite Remy Ma's public statements downplaying her feelings, it is becoming more and more apparent that she is significantly impacted by Papoose's new romantic involvement. This complex situation, which no one could have predicted, is leaving everyone questioning the emotional stakes involved. The increasing tension between Remy and Claressa, especially in the public eye, seems undeniable, and their previous social media exchanges have only added more fuel to the already burning fire. When Remy and Papoose's relationship began to unravel, many people expected her to simply move forward. However, it seems that Remy is still struggling with unresolved emotions and is deeply affected by the developments surrounding Papoose's new relationship. Rumors have emerged suggesting that Papoose is preparing to propose to Claressa Shields, which only adds to the complexity of the situation. This rumor has reportedly sparked even more attention, with some people admiring Papoose for his loyalty to Remy during their time together, particularly throughout her incarceration. The idea that her former partner, once regarded as one of the most loyal figures in the hip-hop industry, is moving on so publicly appears to be more difficult for Remy to accept than she initially expected. Papoose and Remy were seen for many years as an embodiment of loyalty and strength. They became known for their bond, one that stood strong through many challenges, including Remy's time in prison. Back in 2008, when Remy was sentenced to prison for her involvement in a shooting incident, many people believed that this would signal the end of their relationship. However, Papoose surprised everyone by staying by her side and supporting her. Not only did he remain loyal, but he also married her while she was still incarcerated, defying the odds and showing a level of devotion rarely seen in such high-profile relationships. Papoose's actions quickly became a symbol of unwavering commitment, something that is often rare in an industry full of fleeting relationships and scandals. Throughout Remy's 6 years in prison, Papoose never once strayed from her. He was not involved in any cheating rumors, and there were no scandals surrounding him. His loyalty remained steadfast, and he earned the admiration of many for this rare demonstration of faithfulness. He became a living example of what it means to stand by someone through thick and thin, even when the world seemed to turn its back. As time has gone on, however, the tables have turned. Papoose's potential new engagement to Claressa Shields has brought back the emotions that Remy had been trying to suppress. The feelings of betrayal, confusion, and loss are now coming to the surface, making it difficult for her to fully let go of her past with Papoose. The way Papoose is so openly moving forward with his life is clearly hitting Remy harder than she ever anticipated. Even though she might have publicly expressed indifference, privately, the situation seems to be more complex. For years, Remy and Papoose were seen as one of the most enduring and loyal couples in hip-hop. Now, as Papoose seems ready to move on with Claressa, Remy is left struggling with emotions and doubts she had not expected. It's evident that she's still emotionally tied to the situation, and the public nature of Papoose's new relationship makes it even more challenging for her to move past the memories of their time together. The saga between Remy Ma, Papoose, and Claressa Shields is far from over, and it's clear that emotions are running high. While it may seem like Remy should be able to let go, the deep connection and history she shared with Papoose make this a far more complicated situation than anyone could have predicted. As Papoose prepares for a future with Claressa, Remy finds herself still grappling with her past, proving that even the strongest bonds can be tested in the most unpredictable ways. In an industry where relationships often break down under the pressure of public scrutiny, the love story of Remy Ma and Papoose initially seemed to defy the odds. When Remy was released from prison, Papoose was there to welcome her with open arms, eager to help her adjust back into life. Their relationship appeared like a fairy tale, a shining example of loyalty and resilience. Together, they worked on rebuilding their lives, and by 2018, they were celebrating the birth of their daughter, Remy Mackenzie. They also blended their families, with Remy bringing her son from a previous relationship, while Papoose had 3 children of his own. At that time, Remy spoke fondly of Papoose's support, describing it as something uniquely different from anything she had experienced in the past. She frequently mentioned how his presence and the way he communicated with her set him apart from previous relationships. It seemed like they were on a strong path, celebrating milestones together and nurturing a growing family. However, by 2023, cracks began to appear in their once unshakable foundation. Rumors started circulating that Remy had been unfaithful to Papoose with battle rapper Easy the Block Captain. This revelation stunned their fan base, as no one had expected Remy to be the one to break the trust in their marriage. The situation became even more complicated when reports surfaced that Papoose confronted Easy at a networking event, allegedly knocking him out in a physical altercation. Yet, the real drama exploded during a rap battle, where both Remy and Easy faced off against Gitchi Gotti. Battle rap, known for its brutal and no-holds-barred style, took an unexpected turn when Gotti dropped a bombshell. He accused Remy of cheating on Papoose, a claim that sent shockwaves through the crowd. Gotti's delivery was intense, and the way he made the accusation felt more like an exposé rather than just part of the battle rap theatrics. His words seemed to reveal an open secret, adding fuel to the fire of betrayal. The revelation of Remy's alleged infidelity proved to be too much for Papoose, who ultimately decided to step away from the marriage rather than continue in a cycle of drama. He quickly moved on and found comfort with Claressa Shields, a two-time Olympic gold medalist and undisputed boxing champion. Remy, however, initially tried to downplay the relationship, claiming that it wasn't significant. But as Papoose and Claressa's relationship continued to blossom, it became clear that Remy was paying close attention to every move they made. Remy's emotions began to boil over as she saw Papoose's romance with Claressa grow more serious. She took to social media to express her frustration, throwing subtle jabs at the couple. Her posts indicated that she was still emotionally invested in Papoose and their past relationship, despite everything that had transpired. It wasn't long before she escalated things further by sharing private conversations between Papoose and Claressa. One of the messages Remy exposed came from Claressa, where she wrote to Papoose, "You take accountability. You are the one who was married. If you can't at least sleep on the phone with me or be with me in person, it shouldn't be a big deal to let me know you made it home safe." Remy didn't hold back, mocking Claressa for the sentiment, writing, "Papoose's dumb self. Fell asleep on the phone with I." This public airing of their private moments intensified the already growing tension between the women, further escalating the drama that had been simmering for months. Remy's actions were a clear indication that she hadn't fully moved on from her past with Papoose, and her emotions were now on full display. The relationship between Papoose and Claressa Shields, once seen as a surprising development, was now at the center of a high-stakes emotional battle that had far-reaching consequences for everyone involved. As the drama continues to unfold, it's clear that the tension between Remy, Papoose, and Claressa is far from over. Remy's attempts to reclaim what she once had with Papoose are evident in her online behavior, but it's unclear whether she will ever be able to fully heal from the betrayal she perceives. For Papoose and Claressa, the journey is just beginning, and how the situation plays out will no doubt be a defining chapter in their respective lives. The stakes are high and the emotional turmoil is palpable. In her home, Remy Ma made it clear that she wasn't backing down from the ongoing drama. She continued to take digs at Claressa Shields, calling her weak for allegedly hanging up the phone as soon as she realized Remy was on the line. The tension between the two women was intense, and Remy didn't hold back. She accused Claressa and her team of fabricating stories to damage her reputation while painting Papoose as the perfect man. Remy expressed her frustration, saying that for too long she had begged Papoose to speak out and stop the narrative, but he had insisted that she remain silent, thinking it was the best course of action. However, Remy reached her breaking point, writing that she was tired. In her fury, Remy took things a step further, accusing Papoose of plotting with one of his other women to ruin her reputation. She even hinted that he might have been responsible for the leaks of personal and intimate details about her. As Claressa saw the private details of her relationship with Papoose being dragged into the public eye, it's reported that she panicked. She allegedly bombarded Papoose with frantic messages, urging him to take action and put an end to Remy's public attacks. In one of her messages, she expressed concern that the drama would overshadow her upcoming movie release, fearing it could damage her public image. Despite Remy's accusations and social media jabs, which included calling Papoose dumb and mocking, Claressa's advice, the situation continued to escalate. Remy even claimed that Papoose was trying to have her arrested, despite her years of loyalty in their 17-year relationship. Her words painted a picture of betrayal, manipulation, and a bitter grudge that she couldn't seem to let go of. Eventually, Papoose broke his silence, taking to social media to respond to Remy's accusations. He labeled her a narcissist and denied her claims, stating that she had repeatedly been unfaithful to him. He also shared his frustration, saying that now that he had moved on, she was playing the victim. Papoose emphasized that he had asked for a divorce multiple times, but Remy preferred to chase attention on social media instead of handling things privately and respectfully. He explained that he had kept quiet out of respect for their daughter, but was now being dragged into this public spectacle. Regarding Remy's claim that he was trying to get her arrested, he firmly denied it, calling it a complete lie and accusing her of being the one who involved the police. Papoose went on to accuse Remy of manipulating old text messages to create a false narrative and justify her infidelity. However, Papoose didn't address the speculation about Remy's alleged involvement with one of his close friends. Instead, he shared a cryptic message about how he had spent last Christmas at home with their daughter, while Remy was somewhere else. His words underscored that now that he had moved on, Remy's anger was leading her to fabricate lies. Once admired for their strong bond, Remy and Papoose's relationship has now become the center of a very public and messy feud. The ongoing drama involving Remy, Papoose, and Claressa serves as a stark reminder that even the most seemingly unbreakable relationships can fall apart. And when they do, the aftermath can be explosive. Whether this saga will continue or finally come to an end is still uncertain, but one thing is clear. Everyone is watching, waiting to see how this highly publicized conflict will unfold.